We got it all together for a brand new show. The LBC crew is here and so away we go. While the LBC crew is running from a spooky ghost, Christatos is doing what he does the most. Hey, come on, get involved till the mystery is solved. Hang around with the LBC crew. Oh, hey, come on, get involved till the mystery is solved. Hang around with the LBC crew. That's the podcast. LBC Crew! Hello and welcome to another fun-filled mystery episode of the LBC Crew Show. I'm your host, Pat, DJ Christatos. For this episode, we will continue with another case the LBC Crew will cover from the book Minute Mysteries by H.A. Ripley. These will be short-minute mystery stories presented with an LBC Crew twist. At the end of the story, we will take a break to give you, the listeners, a chance to use your detective skills to help the LBC Crew solve the mystery. Will you get it right, or will you get it wrong? Listen carefully to the clues to help you along. Now, let's open up the LBC Crew case file called A Modern Night.
There was hardly a breath of air as we sat on the terrace enjoying tea.
Reminisced Professor Darkweb.
Death Probe excused himself, saying he wished to use the telephone. Shortly after he entered the house, we heard a shot. I rushed into the drawing room and found Death Probe, smoking gun in hand, staring dumbly at the chair in front of the open window, which held the huddled body of Weasel Skull. A hasty examination disclosed the telephone receiver off the hook, a single cigarette stub of Death Probe's brand in the ashtray, a bullet hole in the gauze curtain 6 inches below the windowsill, and Death Probe's open cigarette case in Weasel Skull's lap. His replies to my hastily put questions were evasive. Inspector Christatos arrived while I was talking and took up the questioning.
Did you use the telephone?
Yes.
You came directly to this room and did not leave it.
Yes.
Weasel Skull was engaged to your sister MJ?
Yes, he was.
Did you offer Weasel Skull a cigarette?
I did.
How did that dent get into your cigarette case?
I dropped it about a week ago.
Did you shoot Weasel Skull?
I refuse to answer that question.
At this point, the doctor arrived and located the bullet in Weasel Skull's body. Death Probe then admitted Weasel Skull had been shot with the gun found in his own hand, but stubbornly refused to say anything more.
What's your opinion, Professor Darkweb?
Inspector Christatos asked.
Well, I replied, Death Probe is obviously shielding someone. We have positive proof he came directly here and has not left this room. That, combined with the other evidence discovered, absolutely exonerates Death Probe.
How did the Professor Darkweb know Death Probe had not shot Weasel Skull?
Did you hear the clues to help you solve this mystery? We will take a short break to let you review your notes and return with the solution to this mystery. We will be right back. All right, our bags are packed and we got the snacks. It's time for the Longbox Crusade road trip to the Longbox Mobile crew.
Shotgun!
Dang it!
Everyone buckled up? Here we go!
Well, now that the garage is empty, Gene will have more space to record episodes of LBC Irregulars, the indexing of the Jeremy Brett Sherlock Holmes TV series.
Oh no! Did anyone remember to leave Clinton some food down in the basement? He's gonna need it as he makes more episodes of Fan Film Fridays, his ongoing look at online fan films.
Why are you speaking in such a scripted manner, Darkweb? Anyway, you can relax. I asked Rick, or was it Jeff? Who can remember? I asked the attic guy to come down from time to time to check in on Clinton. You know, take some breaks from recording Monday Movie Muckabout, his movie review show.
Weasel Skull, did you give Rick the key to the basement?
Key.
Sounds like LBC headquarters is in good hands, Death Probe.
Right you are, Christatos. Oh, Pat, can we stop off at KB Toy Store? I want to pick up some Transformers and G.I. Joes. They remind me of Transformers Chronicles and G.I. Joe Chronicles. Our show's going through the Marvel run of Transformers comics and the Devil's Due run of Joe comics.
Well, while you guys are doing that, we can also stop by a Blockbuster video and get some tapes to watch for Action Film Face Off. That's the show where we discuss 2 action films and have them duke it out to see which one is the episode champion.
Is that VHS or beta?
Either one's fine.
We've got a lot of stops to make, but if we can, let's squeeze in the Walden books and score some comics for us to talk about on Crusader Chronicles, the show where we move chronologically through the Amazing Spider-Man comics and include a bonus issue from the same release date as the Spidey recovery.
I will definitely keep an eye out for our Walden books. It'll come in handy for the pure Longbox Crusade episodes, our time capsule show where we take a deep dive into a randomly selected comic and talk about news, music, and movies and ads that were popular when the books were released. I'll also be on the lookout for our electronic boutique, EB if you guys don't know the lingo back then, so we can get some more comic-related video games for us to discuss on Comics to Council Crusade.
Good thinking. If time permits, let's hit Circuit City. I need more positrons for our Pop Culture Posicast show, the one where we find all the good stuff in pop culture that others seem to poo-poo.
Positrons?
Shut up and go with it.
These old-timey, out-of-business store jokes doing anything for you folks? Well, if you like old-timey stuff, we also offer Saturday Matinee Theater, our look back at old TV shows, serials, and films that have kind of been forgotten.
I think that about covers it. We definitely want to be your road trip crew, folks.
Whether it's your commute to work or a road trip of your own, why not pass the time with us, your friends at the Longbox Crusade?
Once again, that's Longbox Crusade, available on all your finer podcatchers.
Good job, team. I'm getting hungry. Pat, stop at the next Kenny Rogers Roasters that you see.
Or Bennigan's.
Burger Chef!
Welcome back from the break. Were you able to piece the clues together to help the LBC crew solve this mystery? Let's go ahead and find out.
The fact that the bullet was found in the body, and the only trace of its firing was the hole in the curtain below the windowsill, proved conclusively the shot could not have been fired from within the room. Death Probe entered at the moment his sister MJ shot Weasel Skull from outside. Grabbing the gun from her hand, he chivalrously protected her. But friend, the thing is clear, speaks for itself. Aristophanes.
And that will put this case to a close. We hope you were able to solve the mystery and had fun along the way with the LBC crew. Before you go, let me tell you where you can find the LBC crew on the internet. You can find the Longbox Crusade on iTunes, Google Play, and most podcatchers, or at www.longboxcrusade.com. We are also on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Longbox Crusade. And don't forget to check us out on YouTube. Thanks for listening to this episode of the LBC Crew Show and helping the LBC crew solve this mystery. Until next time, hashtag LBC Crew. We got it all together for a brand new show. The LBC crew is here and so away we go. While the LBC crew is running from a spooky ghost, Christatos is doing what he does the most. Hey, come on, get involved till the mystery is solved. Hang around with the LBC crew. Oh, hey, come on, get involved till the mystery is solved. Hang around with the LBC crew. That's the podcast. LBC Crew.